Let's now turn to Rivers State, where one person was shot when suspected political thugs attacked supporters of the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, in Eberi in Omoma local government area. Now, one of those attacked was the coordinator of the PDP Presidential Campaign Council in Omoma, Nnamdi Nwongu. Honorable Nwongu, who confirmed the attack, said more than 30 youths brandishing machetes and guns swooped on him, his aide, and 3 others while they were pasting their principal's posters at the popular Eberi Omoma Junction in Omoma on Sunday. 691.9, he alleged that the attack was ordered by political leaders in the area, saying one of Mr. Atiku's supporters, who happened to be his aide, Udochukwu Nwakbala, was macheted, shot at, and is in critical condition in an undisclosed hospital in Port Harcourt. Now, to walk us through this crisis in the opposition PDP is a youth leader, Abduljabbar Rufai. He joins me from Abuja. Good to have you join us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So there seem to be several reports coming in from your party, and sadly, none of them seems to be good news, as it were. First of all, we heard that Governor Bala is also having issues with your presidential candidate, Atiku. He said that Atiku has refused to work with him because he was some sort of opposition to him during the primaries. We also had that very statement coming from the governor of Benue, Governor Samuel Otom, who clearly was displeased over the security situation in his state. And now there is a report coming from Zamfara that all your candidates in Zamfara have been disqualified. What exactly is going on in the PDP?
Well, the PDP is not in its best time, and this is the worst position the PDP can find itself when you have less than 100 days into the election. Starting with Bauchi, the governor of Bauchi, His Excellency Dr. Bala Muhammad, had issues with the presidential candidate, while he got a message that the presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, is working with some stakeholders in the PDP of Bauchi State to for what they call Bala must go. He is working with them to truncate his re-election, to teach him what they claim to be a lesson since he contested against the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. So, and from what we heard is he has spoken to him about it, but nothing has been done, and he continues to work against him in the party in Bauchi State. And in Benue State, Governor Otom, of all the PDP members in Nigeria, should be the most saddest politician now, because you can see through the whole regime of the APC, the administration of the APC, I mean, since 2015 to date, and even after the 2019 elections, he has been the one playing the opposition in the PDP. So he must be very, very sad of what is going on in the PDP now. Now that the chances of the PDP of in winning the 2023 general elections are getting very slimmer by this.
But many, if you follow the general conversation, one of the things you hear people say is, how can your presidential candidate unite the country if he cannot unite his party? Why do you think it's so difficult for him to make decisions, no matter how difficult those decisions will be, to unite the party and ensure that everyone is heading in the same direction?
Well, one word I would use to answer your question is injustice. When there is injustice, when you start any act with injustice, God will not allow you to succeed. That is just it. Injustice in the case of zoning, injustice in the case of the national chairman. So the foundation of the whole campaign is based on injustice. So I don't see how they are going to succeed in winning in unifying the party when they had a basis of injustice in the first place. So it is just them harvesting the crop of injustice that they planted in the first place.
And what does this really mean for the PDP? Because every time you speak to PDP members, I think your thought on this has been quite different. And what you hear is that the issues are being resolved, but it doesn't look like they are being resolved when we continue to get this kind of reports. What does this mean for the PDP going into the 2023 elections, which is barely 100 days away?
You see, the issues of the PDP is not even about the crisis. The issues of the PDP goes beyond the crisis. And even if there is no crisis in the PDP still stands a very slim chance of winning the presidential election. Why do I say so? Because making reference to the 2019 election, the PDP had lost the presidential election of the 2019, and ever since we lost the presidential election, one, we didn't play enough of the opposition. Two, we lost more than we have gained. And three, we did not learn from our lessons. I'll start with the first one. We have not been the best of oppositions in the PDP in Nigeria since 2019 elections. Why do I say so? Because a lot of things has happened in the past 3 years after the elections, where the APC have fumbled, but the PDP hasn't really amplified the way it should have as an opposition. You see, when you are an opposition, you are meant to scrutinize every act of the ruling party, and you are meant to scrutinize it and criticize it until the people, the general public, agree with you that this party needs to go and you need to vote for the PDP. So, and this is why I tell a lot of people that this is why Mr. Peter Obi of the Labour Party is making a great impact, especially in the urban areas of Nigeria, because that is where he has access to. Had it been Mr. Peter Obi has access to every nook and cranny of this country, of the 774 local governments, he would have made a lot of impact, and he would have stood a better chance of winning the general election from 2023. Right. Then the second point is we have lost more than we have gained.
I'm afraid we do have to leave it there, Abduljabbar, because of our time. We do have to go to commercial. Thank you so much for talking to us. We've been speaking with the youth leader in the PDP, Abduljabbar Rufai. He joined us from Abuja. Thank you so much for talking to us.